Comp has been going full force this season. Lots of new tournaments have been coming out like Cash Cups and other events like FNCS that have been pushing people to get better and better at the game. What I decided to do was write down a few ideas that I wish I knew before I really got involved into the comp season this year. If someone were to tell me these same exact things a few months back, I think I would have performed way better with my duo or trio. My name is KenBeans and I'm going to teach you guys some of the things that I wish someone told me before I got involved in comp. And I'm not going to lie, there's going to be a little bit of a discussion, so make sure you stay tuned for the whole vid because I got some interesting points that I want to mention. Just in case you didn't know, my second channel is called More KenBeans. I also have a third channel called KenBeans Shorts. Links to those down below. In the background of this video was week 3, the final week of FNCS, and this is going to be some of the highlights while I just go over these points. This video is sponsored by my creator code, KenBeans. This is the absolute best way to support me and this channel, as one day we're going to hit that 500 supporter mark. Right now the month reset, so we're back down to 67 people using code KenBeans. Even though we didn't get 500 like last month, I'm still going to be doing some V-Buck code giveaways, so just don't forget to look out for that. Let's hop in. I really wish I knew the importance of how incredibly hard it is to find a teammate on Fortnite. I really feel everyone struggle with not being able to find a teammate that you guys just feel confident vibing with, playing with. Not just finding anyone, but finding someone with unseen talent. I wish someone gave me a detailed list of exactly how to go about finding a god trio or duo. I mentioned something like this in a previous video, but it's extremely annoying to just think about because it's kind of sad how this works out. Right now, there's 3 different ways to find a trio or a duo. 1, just go into a Discord, go in the looking for players section and type a little bit about yourself in there and just see what you can pull. The next way is sad, but you need to have a lot of clout. The more attention you have drawn to yourself, the more likely someone will want to play with you. Pair that with some decent knowledge on the game and it might happen sooner than you know. The last way is to be an absolute beast or a demigod and qual for everything, and then people are just gonna flock to you because they know you're good enough. For everyone who's getting into comp, I just want you to know that's the reality of it. I really wish someone told me that once you get to a certain level with your mechanics, you need to be able to be a confident solo player. This has been a thing for a while, but it really hasn't been emphasized on a lot of channels. You may think that you can hold your own in duos or trios, when in fact you can't, because there are certain mechanics and IQ plays that are only made in solos. Being able to think on your own and be an individual, independent player is so important to be paired with a good trio or a good duo. You're not going to perform as well if you're capping yourself in solos. I wish someone told me that because I would have been grinding arena way earlier. When you play comp, it's literally all about who gets the right hand peek with protected shots. If you can't figure out a way to take protected peek shot whenever you're fighting someone, then you're going to be at a disadvantage because killing a player is not enough. You need to be able to secure kills with taking the least amount of damage in any given situation. Fortnite is a game of third parties, so you need all the health you can get in fights. The second you kill one person, then another person rolls up. So if you took a lot of damage in that first fight, more than likely you're going to die to that second person. I wish I told myself, I said, hey Ken, don't go into creative to practice your free builds a whole lot if you know your mechanics are pretty solid. You should have spent way more time learning all the best retakes and different types of tunneling that I use in mid and end game fights. One of the main things that's always on my mind is how can I improve my movement on keyboard and mouse. I thought about lots of different ways to do this, but here's a few things you need to know. Lots of people think that their movement is good enough, so they don't focus on it during fights, but I know just by studying other pros and watching them that I'm really behind. It's really easy to brush over this when you're trying to think about what you need to do to get better at it because it's such a small thing that no one notices. Whenever you die to someone, you think, oh, I should have hit that shot, or oh, I should have placed that build. Another thing you need to keep in mind is how could I have moved or swerved out of the way to protect myself from getting shot that whole fight so that I wasn't weak that last second when I got pushed? What steps could I have taken with my movement to put myself in a better position so I can assure that I get the kill? I'm sure for the most part that you all know of Arab, especially if you watch Fortnite on Twitch. KenBeans on Twitch. KenBeans on Twitch. Just a little promo. One thing I learned in these past 3 months of comp is just how important free rotates actually are. This is where I feel like some of you might get lost, so just listen up for a quick sec. I wish I challenged myself more to find ways into safe zone without building as much in scrims, or even in the actual FNCS itself. To some people, this might sound like a dumb idea, but it's so smart to practice doing this because you save like 30% of your mats for when you really need them when you're tarping late game. Having lots of experience in situations like that is way better than grinding your mechanics to learn how to do fancy retakes or quad edits in creative. This is how I approach it. If I can't do the things I'm practicing in creative, then the only time I would want to learn something new is if I'm really bored of the game and I'm losing interest in the main goal, which is to win some money in comp. I'm just saying that there's a lot of unrealistic things that I've been practicing, especially in creative, that I'll never use in an end game or some sort of scrim. So to be honest, I'm kind of fed up with that and I'm done doing stuff like that. From now on, I kind of pledge myself to only doing realistic stuff and practicing realistic maps to help me get better at the game and fighting and just box fighting people, because that's the biggest thing I struggle at. Learning all the little things about box fights and how to approach someone's wall, how to take it, how to just play behind cover is way more important than learning how to do any sort of triple edit, quad edit, or creative retake. I don't know. I kind of just feel like I'm mentioning off things that I'm never gonna do again, but I kind of hope that you guys can be able to just decipher some of this and tell yourself some of the same things. Maybe you're gonna follow the same suit as me. Maybe you're gonna take a little bit of a different route with, you know, with a twist on it. To be honest, I'm kind of just mentioning off things that I truly feel like will help me become that next level player. I always say that I'm not trying to be the best, but I just want to be a little bit close to the top. At the end of the day, I'm just trying to vibe out, play comp, play the game, have fun, record, make some videos, and try and give my 2 cents so that you guys can improve at the game as well. After midterms is over, I'm just gonna let you guys know that I plan on doing another 100 tips and tricks vid, so stay tuned for that. Make sure you get subscribed and turn on noties if you haven't already. This is a recap of all the things I just mentioned 3 months after playing comp. First is the struggles of finding a teammate. So if you come across someone with some good skill and you guys get along right, stick it out and try and work on the things you guys are bad at. Don't rush off from teammate to teammate to see if you can make something work. If after a while it doesn't seem to work out, then that's the time to leave. Once you get to a certain level with your mechanics, really focus on being able to secure kills with right hand peeks and protected shots. 3 is to not go into creative to just free build randomly and think that you're practicing. I should have spent way less time doing that and more time practicing realistic tunnels that I'm going to be using in mid and late game situations to put my team in that good spot to win the game. I've been trying to focus way more on seeing the natural layout of where the zone is, so that way I can find the best possible route to get a free rotate with wasting the least amount of mats possible. For me, I'm going to be looking at the best possible way to put my team and I in a really good position to ramp over someone with height. So the goal is to conserve mats to ramp over that team on height and secure it for half and half, because if you get it then, you're going to win the game. Shout out to everyone on the screen right now using code KenBeans. I appreciate you guys once again. If you want to be featured on the end screen, just send me proof on Instagram or Twitter. Feel free to stop by my Twitch channel to talk about this topic a little bit more in depth. And without further ado, you guys get to watch me clutch up yet again another FNCS endgame. I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Peace.
Oh no.
I got one weak. No. Break to the right, break to the right, break to the right.
There are old builds right here, We're not in yet though.
I have 200 mats here, on me. I have 3 flops, man, I have 3 flops.
You have a slurp too, Brandon. Nice, Ken. Nice, Ken. Right there. Get that kid. There's 2 right there.
I'm dead, bro.
Get in.
Wait time there, Ken.
You need that kill?
No.
Oh, nice.
No way.